So, on an afternoon like this, an afternoon like today, in the grasslands of Kanha National Park, there was a tiger. Okay, I've shown a lion, but let's say there was a tiger. Okay, Kanha is known for tigers. He felt a rumbling in his stomach. His last meal was yesterday afternoon. Now he somehow wants another meal today. What does he have to think? So he thinks that I have to run faster than yesterday. Can you tell me why does he have to run faster than yesterday? You can just unmute and say,
So to catch the prey.
yeah, but why faster than yesterday?
Instead, he was slower than expected, like to catch a deer.
Hmm.
The prey might be conscious that lion is there, so they will be more alerted. So he has to learn fast. He has to run faster to catch them.
Yeah, that was yesterday also.
Yeah, yesterday the deer was slower than the today's deer, so I think yesterday the deer would have run faster. I mean, those would have escaped. The one which was slower would have been caught yesterday.
Yeah, it had already caught the slowest deer of yesterday. So today, the prey is running faster. So the lion, the predator, has to run faster than yesterday. And can you tell me what does the deer think? There is
Should
also
not
a
be the slowest one in the group.
Hmm.
So which means it's also thinking to run faster than anyone in the group.
Yes. So it also has to run faster than yesterday because yesterday's slowest deer was already gone. So whether you are the prey or the predator, if you want to survive, you have to run faster than yesterday. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So whether you are the prey or the predator, if you have to survive, you have to run faster than yesterday. So whether you are a market leader or an incumbent, like whether you are an incumbent, already a market leader, or a new player in the market, you have to learn to run faster than yesterday. And what does running faster than yesterday mean when it comes to businesses and startups that you may want to create or jobs that you may want to do? What does running faster than yesterday mean?
Innovating
New
products,
ideas and
innovating, designing new products, better designs, coming with more features.
Being faster means probably being more productive,
Improving the
deeper, probably being better in terms of technology. It could mean so many things. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So cheaper, faster, better, all of that comes through changing the status quo. Whatever we are today, we want to change. Are you able to see this? And all this in a strive, in an attempt to just survive. If you do not change, if you do not improve upon yesterday, survival is at stake. Either you go hungry, if you're the lion, the tiger, or you get eaten. Survival is at stake. So you have to innovate, you have to think of new ideas, new ways of working, whichever role, whatever you are doing in your life. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
So that is why this course. So before we go too much ahead, let me just introduce myself to you. My name is Anuj, and I am by training, by primary training or by more prolonged training, a VLSI designer, an electronics designer. And I have spent more than 18 years at a company called ST Microelectronics. It's a leading semiconductor manufacturer in the world, one of the leading semiconductor manufacturers in the world. And it was at ST, in fact, that I actually, so I've always been interested in creativity, but at ST it was that I actually got exposed to methods for being more creative. In fact, there are methods to be more creative. And it was at ST that I actually became a trainer for a training called From Creativity to Innovation. And it was at ST that I also got certified in a method for systematic innovation called TRIZ. And I gained up to certification level 3 at ST for applying TRIZ. Okay. I have multiple patents and papers, so you can always find that on my Google Scholar page. As I said, my primary area of research is circuits. I'm a VLSI designer, a circuit designer, in particular memory design, and I'm working quite a bit on what is called as in-memory compute, and then safety and security in hardware. My other interests, as I already mentioned, include innovation, creativity, innovation, leadership. So you can, on my YouTube channel, you can also find quite a few videos on how to live your life effectively, and how to be a good human being, and or a more productive or a more effective human being, and therefore a leader. And then self-growth and well-being. So I'm also the faculty responsible for self-growth. For BTech students, you would know what self-growth is. And well-being in the sense that I am interested in yoga. I do yoga on a daily basis, and it helps me be physically fit and also emotionally fit. So while we are in an online campus, online mode in this semester also, my physical coordinates when at IIIT as room number A610 R&D block. You already know my email. You can also connect on my YouTube channel. In fact, all the class recordings will also be available on my YouTube channel. And you can connect with me on Twitter also. Okay. So while the listing of the course says that I am the only facilitator, that's not really the case. In fact, with me, I will also have Nitin Chawla co-facilitating this course. He's not here today, but he will be there in many sessions. He is also a semiconductor professional. He has more than 23 years of experience in semiconductor industry. He currently is working as a fellow in ST. In fact, he was the first ST fellow from the entire Asia Pacific region. And his focus is on strategy and innovation. Hence, his interest in co-facilitating this course. Again, he has numerous, in fact, much more than me, patents and papers. His primary area of research is embedded artificial intelligence architectures, ultra-low power IoT products, and autonomous systems. He is a part of advisory board for ST Microelectronics and is also a corporate innovation evangelist at ST. He is also a TRIZ Level 3 certified practitioner and an alumni from Stanford Graduate School of Business. So you can reach out to Nitin at nitin.chawla@st.com. So that much for us. I see 164 participants, 168 now. I would want to hear something about you now. Who would want to introduce yourself? You can just unmute yourself and introduce. So I would want to keep these sessions interactive, because without interaction, nothing happens in a class in creativity.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, Devanshi.
So my name is Devanshi Gupta. I am from MTech first year, CSC. I live in West Bengal.
Mhm. Great.
And
Anything about your interests?
I like art,
Okay. Wow.
dance. These are my hobbies.
Very
And so, so that's only, sir.
great. Thank you, Devanshi, for introducing yourself, breaking the ice actually, and welcome to this course.
Hello.
Yes, Abhishek.
Hi everyone. I'm Abhishek Goyal. I'm currently pursuing AC and I'm in my 6th semester. So my interests include poetry, blogging, and watching badminton and tennis.
Wow. Welcome, Abhishek. Thank you for introducing yourself.
Hello. Good morning. So I'm Raghav. I'm in my 3rd semester MTech. This is I'm interested in this course very much, and my interests are basically I love watching international genre films, and also I love running. And recently I've also started to like show Shark Tank India. I really loved it, so that's why I thought that entrepreneurship course would be some kind of great.
Good. Welcome, Raghav.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shakti Vedanta Singh, first year MTech student from CSE. I belong to Dhampur, Uttar Pradesh. I'm very keen and my hobbies is learning new things. That's why I chose that to study for MTech, and in MTech I'm also taking different course from CSE branch.
Welcome, Vedanta. So you want me to call you Shakti or you want me to call you Vedanta?
Shakti is fine, sir.
Shakti is fine. Okay. Welcome, Shakti.
Hello everyone, my name is Soumyadeep. Currently, I'm in my final semester in BTech. I'm pursuing, I'm in the CSE branch, and my interests lie in web app and majorly in the development field. Recently, being steered into the entrepreneurship and creativity field, so that's the reason I'm taking this course. So yeah.
Welcome, Soumyadeep.
Hi guys, this is Shubham Jain. I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible, Shubham.
Yeah. So this is Shubham Jain, currently pursuing MTech, and I'm currently in first year. And like my hobbies are playing video games, and yeah, I'm currently interested to entrepreneurship. So here enrolled in this course. Yeah, having 2 years of experience, so really understand the value of the innovation in the actual industry. So yeah, would like to learn a lot from you, sir.
So Shubham, I'm sorry I missed. You are in CSE or EC?
Yeah, CSE, MTech CSE.
Okay. Welcome, Shubham.
Thank you.
169 participants. I don't expect all to speak, but at least many more.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Parul, you're audible.
Good morning, sir. So I'm Parul Sikri. I'm in first year MTech Computer Science, and my interests include singing, dancing, drawing, and I'm looking forward to take this course and learning a lot from it, and hope to make more friends. Thank you.
Welcome, Parul. Thank you for
Thank you.
introducing yourself.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hi everybody, I am Jasmine. I am in fourth year BTech CSD, and when it comes to design, creative problem solving is something that I'm interested in, and hence this course.
Welcome, Jasmine. Yes, come on. All you
I
need
think
to
I
do
can
is
go
unmute
next.
and speak. Yes, Anisha. Sorry.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Anisha. I'm a fourth year CSD undergraduate student. Academically, I'm really interested in HCI research and I am trying to pursue a master's in the field. And apart from academics, I'm a fitness enthusiast. I have a lot of interest in co-curriculars. I'm a musician, I'm a dancer, I'm a skater, and I just like doing a lot of things. And this is my first entrepreneurship course, so I'm really excited to take it.
Wow, welcome, Anisha. I hope it being the first course, I do not disinterest you from entrepreneurship so much that you say, oh, no entrepreneurship. I hope it just creates
No,
more
it's
interest.
it doesn't seem like it.
Okay, great. Welcome, Anisha.
Hi, I'm Rishabh. Uh, I'm a fourth year undergrad doing computer science and design, and I've previously done an entrepreneurial course, which was entrepreneurial communication with Payal ma'am, and this is going to be my second entrepreneurial course. My interests are that I love sports and football. I play a lot of football, and I'm also interested in HCI.
In HCI. Okay, great. Welcome, Rishabh. Just unmute and speak. Yes, Pranay. Pranay, your volume is very low.
Yeah, is it better now?
Yeah, it's much better now.
Okay. So I'm taking this course since I'm doing a startup myself, and I've had various rounds of iteration, and I think that this course is going to help me a lot in actually ideating and thinking creatively in a structured manner.
Wow, interesting. So Pranay, what is your startup about?
It's a fashion apparel brand which actually sells apparel exclusively to those who unlock it through physical activity.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting. So welcome. I hope that this course helps you, and I'm definitely looking forward to ideas from you and your experiences with iterations that you mentioned about, so
yeah.
that it enriches the course for everyone. Welcome.
Okay, yeah, sure. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shanvi Srivastav, and I'm currently pursuing my PhD from Triple IT, and this is my very first semester and first course. I'm basically my hobbies are painting and solving puzzles. For example, Sudoku, which is my go-to hobby. And this subject as creative innovative planning for me is like creativity is not only needed in maybe academics or job profile or something, but also in our day-to-day activities. Like even in the general pursuit, we need to be creative and innovative at times. So I think this subject is not going to help me only in my academics, but also in my day-to-day life.
Welcome, Shanvi. So I hope that this being the first course, it does not disappoint you, and you take back something that really helps you through life.
Oh,
Welcome.
for sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, you can introduce yourself. There's an icon of microphone on the bottom left of your screen. You just need to unmute and speak.
Hello, sir. My name is Udvarg. I'm a fourth year CSE student here, and I was really excited for this course, and I'm hoping for some new ways to, I guess, approach problem solving and innovate, I guess, in a way. And that's what I'm most excited about. I could potentially would want to work along the lines of some entrepreneurial field, but mainly I just want to, get the approach and just learn more,
So welcome, Udvarg. Thank you for sharing, and I hope I do not disappoint you. The course we will as I will just share in a little while. So after we complete our introductions, I will introduce the course also to you, and we can then share more of our expectations about the course. Yeah. So welcome. Yes, I was mentioning about that button on the bottom left of your screen. You can just unmute and speak. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Dhruv. I'm a fourth year CSD student, and I am really into gaming and game development. So I feel this course would help me make more creative games in the future.
Wow. Welcome, Dhruv.
Hello.
Yes, Shane. Okay, so Shane has introduced himself on the chat window. He's final year BTech CSD student and loves to develop stuff and plans to have his own startup later. Welcome, Shane.
Hello, my name is Samik, and I'm fourth year CSE student, and I love finance and problem solving and connecting two dots which are unrelated to each other in general is very interesting to me, which I think is the definition of creativity, and that's why I've taken this course.
Very interesting. Welcome, Samik. So creativity is this what you said, and so this is one of the dimensions of creativity. And as we go ahead, we will look at a little bit more of what creativity is and how creative people can become more creative, or how each one of us can be more creative. When we talk about the dimensions of creativity in one of the later lectures. So welcome, Samik.
Hello, everyone. I am Shubham Sontalia. I'm a fourth year CSSS undergrad. I love reading, mostly philosophical books. I'm a huge fan of Ayn Rand. And this is my first course on entrepreneurship. I'm looking forward to learn about the different stages that a startup goes through. So yeah, really excited. Thank you.
So welcome, Shubham. So while this course is the entrepreneurship track, we're not really talking about different stages and a startup goes through in this course. We'll talk about different stages of creative or idea generation, ideation, and how to make them into, how to filter and identify the good ones out of it. Towards the end of the course, we'll also have a kind of a mock pitch. But yeah, we're not really looking at different stages that a startup will go through. But yes, this skill is key for being a good startup, a good entrepreneur, and therefore this course is in the ENT track. So welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anshul. I'm third year undergrad. I'm pursuing my own startup in the college, and I'm looking forward to this course as I love to work on ideas, ideate more about them. I'm looking forward to this course to know how to think more about an idea and bring the more creativity side to it.
So welcome, Anshul. And as I mentioned earlier also, I hope that we get to hear more from your experiences in the startup and that you enrich the discussions in the course. Welcome.
Sure, sir.
Hello everyone, my name is Rishabh and I am second year master student from CSC stream. And I have read Creativity Curve book earlier. So maybe it would be helpful in this.
So don't tell me you took this course because you read that book earlier.
No.
Yeah. So what brings you here?
So just to explore more about creativity and innovation.
Okay. So welcome, Rishabh.
Hello
Hello,
everyone.
everyone. Yeah, please go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. Not mine.
No, yeah, okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Vishal. I'm a third year EC undergrad, and I love designing and reading books and playing cricket, video games. And I look forward to learning a lot from you, sir. I took the previous course, the DVD course from you as well, and it was very helpful. I think one of the best courses I've taken in IIIT Delhi.
So you should not take this course with an expectation of DVD in mind.
No, sir, no, definitely not. I'm taking
This is a completely
course for
different course. This is a
I'm
completely
taking this
different
course
course.
for my the creativity part and the innovation part of this course, because I think I can learn a lot from you in that field also.
Yeah. Welcome, Vishal, and thank you for the kind words about DVD. Yes.
Yeah. Hello everyone. I'm Rishabh Sana. I'm a first year master student, MTech CSE, and I took this course because I'm really interested in problem solving, and I think some creativity and innovation would definitely help in this endeavor. In addition to that, I'm also very interested in having, or at least working in a startup at some point of my life. So I think this will help.
So I would wish that you create one, Rishabh, and all the best. And thank you for joining in.
Hello everyone, my name is Bunesh. I am currently a fourth year student in computer science and design. Through this course, I want to know how, when we see problems all around us, but how to catch on one and convert it into a good idea and have a startup going. I want to learn how to do that, how to capture that, and just not leave that this is a problem.
Wow. Thank you, Bhunesh, because this is something that we will definitely talk about in this course. We will do this in detail. So I hope that this adds value to you. So welcome, Bhunesh.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I can remind you about that small button on the bottom left, yeah, of your screen. Unmute and speak. Introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Gagandeep. I'm in this institute since 2 semesters. I have interest in VLSI design, and I see that in the VLSI design, every time we look at the problems, we are kind of looking at other dimension that we can exploit the next time. For example, we are shrinking the die sizes all the time, and after looking at the widths, we have started looking at the heights as well. So I think that all the time, whatever goes on in the VLSI industry is about creativity. So that is how this course is important.
Wow. So welcome, Gagandeep. And indeed, if it was not about creativity, ST would not have taken me through those trainings on TRIZ and on from creativity to innovation. So creativity, in fact, not just VLSI, Gagandeep, I think every domain, as we looked at, when we started the session, whether you are the tiger or you are the deer, you have to run faster. So you have to think of better ways, different ways to do things. And every company, every organization needs people who can think creatively. So yes, welcome, Gagandeep.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Biman Giri from second year MTech student. So I took this course because I can see like lots of problems around us, but doesn't know how to formulate that problem and build one like good idea so that it can solve that problem. And that's why like I'm taking this course so that I can get some idea to solve some problem which are happening in our daily life. And one of the main reason is currently I'm following the SAC India, so which is currently happening, and I got like lots of motivation from that. So I thought of that, let's give it try it, like take some course and like creativity innovation. I found that this is very useful, that it will be helpful for me to build my own idea actually.
Wow. Welcome, Viman.
Yeah, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lavanya. I'm a first year CSE MTech student, and I love to read. And like in reading, we think of different ideas and we come up, and writing as well. So when you reach a certain problem and you think of different ways and find different ways to, further the thing. So I think that this class will help in a startup idea, and we can bounce off ideas in this class with each other. And I think it will be fun. So yeah, looking forward to it. So
Yeah, welcome, Lavanya. So yes, we will talk about lots of ideas, and you will be generating those ideas, by the way, and
yes,
sharing
sir.
it with all of us.
Definitely.
Yeah. So we will just look at how to evaluate them, how to convert problems into opportunities. Every problem is also an opportunity in a way, because the solution to the problem means that we could create something new. So that is what we will look at.
Definitely, sir.
Yeah. So welcome, Lavanya.
Thank you, sir.
So we have 186 people over here. So many more can speak about introducing yourself. You know who you are. So you just need to tell us.
Hello everyone, my name is Gunjar. I am MTech second year student here. I am interested in the field of ML and data science and not familiar with the concepts in entrepreneurship. So I'm taking this course so that I'll be able to learn and gain those concepts and things which could be useful in the future.
So welcome, Gunjan. And yes, we will talk about ideation and inventive problem solving in this course, which are a key, one of the key ingredients to entrepreneurship. There are many more ingredients like knowledge of finance, like knowledge of market strategy, and many more. So we will not talk about those aspects, but yes, ideation and idea selection, they will be the focuses, they will be the focus of this course. So welcome.
Thank you.
So, hello everyone. My name is Richard Kumar. I am currently in the third semester. I'm taking ECE. So basically, what I see, I love to observe problems and particularly find solutions for that. I have some problems in my mind, and also I want to convert those into a particular startup. But actually, I don't get a way to how to actually implement it on field. So I would love this to study this course so as to actually formulate that idea and implement it on the real world. So that is my that is why I want to use this course.
Welcome, Rajat. So I hope we offer you sufficient tools in this course that you're able to do what you want to.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello everyone, my name is Sivana Singhor and I'm a MTech first year student, and I also want interested in problem solving, and I want to think about some new ideas, and so that's why I want to learn from this course.
Great. So that is exactly what this course is about, Shivnath. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Parmita. I'm a final year CSSS student. I'm interested in music and poetry. So I'm thinking of taking this course to enhance my creative skills and use them to solve problems around me more effectively. Thank you.
Welcome, Parmita.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I'm Devjit and I'm from Durgapur, West Bengal. Sir, recently I viewed some of the sessions of your that faculty development program, and there you talked about building habits, and so there was a important thing that how to use the skill set and ability to best of our knowledge so that we can come up with good results and things like that. So that kind of that's why I thought of taking this course so that I can help myself out and think more creatively in coming up with ideas and things like that.
Wow, welcome, Devjit. I didn't realize that the FDP would have a cascade effect on enrollment for CIIPS. So thank you. This is interesting. Welcome to this course.
Hello everyone. My name is Rajat Pal and I am a MTech first year student. Actually, I like startups and entrepreneurship. So when I got to know that some course which have some innovative thinking and problem solving skills are available here, that's why my aim is to join this course.
Oh, so Rajat, the thinking has to happen here in your head. I will only handhold you, give you tools, and probably guide you on methods which have been, quote unquote, time tested, which are proven to be those that enhance creativity and ideation. So we'll talk more about that, but yeah, it has to happen here, not in this course.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Gaurav Agarwal. I am from Meerut. I am also in my second semester of MTech. I am taking this subject because I am also more oriented towards the problems that are more baffling and interesting at the same time. And the creativity and innovation is that what I'm expecting from this particular course. Thank you.
Wow. Welcome, Gaurav.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, Priyansh, you're audible.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Priyansh Agarwal. I am here in the third year in computer science branch. And if you talk about my interests, I know this might sound really very geeky, but I am really interested in competitive programming. And for the past 2 years, I've been doing this thing called competitive programming. And I've realized that, the problem solving involved in that field is very abstract. But I want to, be designing solutions and coming up with solutions to problems that we see in real world. And that is why entrepreneurship or problem solving and creativity sort of interests me. And apart from that, I also have my YouTube channel that I have been running for the past 1 year. And I've realized that if I do some courses around innovation and creativity, this might also help me, in scaling up my YouTube channel as well. So I'm really looking forward to learning some things that I can apply there.
Wow, great, Priyansh. So do share your experiences. And this course actually is enriched by, a large variety of us sharing our life experiences, our ideas, bringing them on the table fearlessly. And I expect each and every one of you to do that. So welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. My name is Ritik Goyal. I'm a final year EC undergrad at IIIT. So truly speaking, I have taken, this is my second interaction with you after DVD course. So I have taken this course just to have an interaction, to continue interact with you. So this is my, I haven't even read the contents of this course. So directly entering in this course just because of you.
That's not a good way to. So that's not a good way.
Maybe after this, maybe after this course, like I will develop interest in entrepreneurship.
Okay, I hope so. But This is not the right way to select courses. But thank you for being so candid and being so frank, Kritik. This is flattering. Thank you and welcome. I hope that you learn good things from this course, and wherever you join, whether you start your own company or whether you join any workplace, you're able to use the tools that we discuss here, that we bring forth here. And at least to me, I find them very useful. That's why I'm bringing them to you. Otherwise, I would not have. And I hope that they help you also in your career. So welcome.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Lovepreet Singh. So I'm in first year MTech CSE. So as I'm more oriented towards entrepreneurship, and so just want to explore this field under your guidance, sir.
Wow. Welcome, Lovepreet. So yes, this is a very key step in entrepreneurship, ideation, getting the right idea. And we will also talk about, how to protect, like patenting your ideas, and how to, and as a part of what we discuss, we will also look at how to even circumvent patents that others may have filed. And when we do that, we also will learn as to how to prevent others from circumventing our patents. So welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Hello everyone. My name is Mihir Chaturvedi. I'm a third year BTech ECE student. And to be honest, creativity and ideation is something I've somewhat always lacked. I'm good when it comes when I know what to do, and then I'm very methodical with my approach. But out of the box thinking is somewhere I fall short in. So, and it not only applies to entrepreneurship, I think it's an essential life skill. So I don't know if I will get into entrepreneurship in the future, but this course is, I feel it will definitely help me approach different problems in my life, in my professional career, and so on. So yeah.
Yeah. So very rightly said, Meher. As we discussed, as we saw the first thing in this session, that whether you are the deer or you're the tiger, you have to run faster. So you have to innovate. You have to, that is the key to survival. And we will review and discuss tools over here, which would help us be more creative. And I hope that you take back something which is meaningful for you. All the best.
Thank you.
Yes, Priyansh, I will share the classroom code again. Don't worry. It was shared on the sheet where you got the link to this meeting. It is also shared on the first waiting screen. We will share that with you. Don't worry. We'll come to that. Let me just get to know you a little more, all of you a little more. So who goes next?
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, Parth.
Hi, my name is Parth. I'm a third year undergrad student pursuing EC. And although the idea of problem solving, I'm not much adept to it, and I have not used it much in my life. But I'll just give a simple example. One of my classmates from my old school, he runs an NGO, and it's a very big scale NGO. They're doing some very good work. And I volunteered there last year to teach some kids. Now, I was given the premise that I would teach kids above 5th standard or 6th standard. And I wanted to teach them about computers and computer science. But the problem is during the lockdown, the kids did not have schools, and their learning was very hampered. And it caused me a lot of problems. I had to create a whole curriculum by myself, which failed eventually because they were not able to grasp things fast. So yes, I think this will help me later on to help me generate more solutions for problems like this in my coming life too. Yeah.
So welcome, Parth, and I look forward to more experience sharing from you. As I said, this course is made by us, all of us. So when we share our experiences, when we share the problems that we are facing, that is when we together can solve them better. So thank you and welcome. So we'll have just 2 more sharings. So if you were just waiting कि कब खत्म होगा हम last में बोलेंगे, then just 2 more sharings. Who goes next? Or should I pick up 1 or 2 of you? Pragya, let us know a little bit more about you.
I'm so sorry I joined a bit late, and so the name of the course sounded pretty interesting to me, and I've always been interested in creative ideas and everything, and hence I joined in to learn more about the course.
Okay, great. Welcome, Pragya. Yes, one more. Ab to really my last person.
So good
Yes,
afternoon, everyone. My name is Shrikant, and I like to believe I'm a creative person. But creativity is a very spontaneous thing, and at times, sometimes you need a creative solution, and it's very hard to come up with a creative solution on spot. So it can happen that you have ideas more often, but you will never have a good idea when you need it the most. So maybe by this course I can more fundamentally understand what creativity is, and be a more systematic in how I think about ideas. So yeah.
Okay, welcome, Shrikant. Thank you for sharing. So one more student had unmuted herself.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Malika. I'm a third year EC undergrad. I believe that this course would help me think more broadly on the lines of creativity and innovation. So this course. And as sir also discussed, that creativity is not something which is just limited to any one particular domain. So regardless of the fact that I take up entrepreneurship in future or not, this course I feel would still be adding a lot to my skill set. So yeah, that's all.
Welcome, Malika, and thank you for sharing.
Thanks, sir. Thank you.
So should we move forward then? No one else wants to introduce himself or herself? Okay. So my next slide was about expectations, but thankfully many of you have already shared your expectations. Let me do a small poll. So I will just launch a poll over here, and you can quickly fill this up. Hardly take any time. Are you able to see the poll? Can you just fill it up? You can select more than one answer. I believe you know that. Yeah, I think many of you are doing that. Okay, so from the results that we have till now, about 80% of you think that creativity is a key skill for the future and therefore you want to do this course. And 30% of you want to add more value to your research through inventive problem solving. Great. And interesting, 14% also came to know that this is a light course and therefore they are interested in this course. Interesting. And okay, I understand this is the shopping week, so you're just checking out during the ad drop week if you would want to take this course or not. That's a good reasonable number over here. So welcome all of you. This helps me to get, just get a quick gauge of what to expect and how to go ahead with this course. So let me take you through. I'm closing the poll now. Okay. Are you able to see the results?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Great. So yeah, it's not of. I think it's much more significance to me than to you, but that's fine. So okay, great. Let me introduce the course now. So first thing that we will do is we will learn about mind maps. How many of you already know what a mind map is? Just raise your hand. Okay. Okay, so a reasonably good number of, at least 10% of us know what a mind map is. So great, we will talk about mind maps. We'll start with the mind maps. And then we will look at types of creative people. Then as we go ahead, we will talk about creativity imperatives as in what are the key things that one needs to ensure to be creative. We'll explore many ideation methods. These are some of the names that I have put here. You might have already done some of these. You may not have done. Doesn't matter. We will do them together in the class. And then we'll talk about innovate. Simultaneously, so we'll be running two parallel tracks. Okay. So while on one side, we will talk about creativity methods, and the skill set, this kind of skill set, simultaneously, we will also start to talk about systematic innovation, where typically it is thought that the more number of ideas you create, the better it is. In reality, if I can come up with the best idea directly, that's the best thing, is it not? Why do I want to waste my time with ideas which won't work? So that's what systematic innovation paradigm shift is about. We'll start with TRIZ. So we will start with TRIZ, introduction to TRIZ in the next session itself. And in TRIZ, we will actually, separate things in 4 different parts. The first will be problem identification. See, many of us shared just a little while back that I see big problems, but I do not know what to work on. So we will identify the problem and we'll just go into it a little bit more in detail so that we can see what to work on. At times, what is evident on the surface may not really work, or that's not a problem that is easy to solve, that is worth solving. So the next step in TRIZ is problem exploration. In fact, this is one of the very important steps of TRIZ. So we'll explore problems in terms of when they are in products and also when they are in algorithms or processes. That will be problem exploration part, where we will learn a very important tool called trimming. Trimming, as the name suggests, is about pruning, is about cutting, removing. And we want to remove extra stuff, extra fluff. So typically what happens is that whenever we as engineers are faced with a problem, imagine a code that you are writing, and in that code you found that your error, there was a particular loop that was erroneous. Many a times as engineers, what we do is we just add a few extra lines so that, okay, this is because of this. So in that particular situation, let me add another case statement or another if then statement. And so we keep on adding fluff. In terms of circuits, we keep on adding more devices. In terms of products, we keep on adding more features because we feel that we can capture an additional market, market share over there or something like that. However, as we do that, that adds complexity to the products and that results in more problems. So trimming is a tool which would help us remove the fluff that is unnecessary. And it's a very, very interesting and a very, very powerful tool, which will help us uncover problems which would not otherwise be available to us. And when we solve those problems, which could be actually much simpler to solve than the first problem, we innovate, we invent new stuff, and we solve the problem in the first place. Okay. So solving the problem we will do by a stage called solution generation. We will again use different tools like function-oriented search, which has tools like biomimicry in it, inventive principles, and standard solutions. So there are standards for solutions also in TRIZ. And then we will look at evaluating those solutions also. We will look at S-curves and we will look at function-oriented search in terms of how is our competition doing? How are our suppliers handling similar problems? What is happening in the market, and so on. So this is the overall agenda of the course. And towards the end of the course, we will ask you to sell your ideas. There will be oral presentations. You may also have posters, depending. Okay, so we are not a physical semester any longer, so we may only have online posters. You may want to present something in RISE, I do not know. And for those of us who are interested, if you could also explore if we can have a TRIZ certification done. We will see that. Okay. The TRIZ certification is typically done by an international agency called MATRIZ, and it has some charges. So I'm not sure if you would be interested in getting a TRIZ certification, but if you think that you would want, then we can see how it can happen. Okay. It may happen after the end of the semester also. I don't know. We'll see. In terms of reference material, the course is available on Google Classroom. This is the classroom code. It has also been shared by some students in the chat window. So CEMDK43. You can enroll yourself, join the classroom through this. In the classroom, we will also share other resources, like there are a few books, interesting books, good ones, in fact, Right Solution at the Right Time. Someone was sharing that exactly when I need a solution, I do not get the right solution. So this book based on TRIZ will actually help you get there in the right way. And suddenly the inventor appeared. Again, you're faced with a problem and wow, bulb chamka and you have an idea. So these two books I will share. I may also share other material on Google Classroom. However, so the recordings of the classes will also be shared on my YouTube channel. We'll also link them in the Google Classroom. All of that would be done. But nothing of this would be a substitute for lectures. When you attend lectures, I believe you take back much more because you have the opportunity to ask questions, discuss, and do much more than simply consuming some media content. So yeah, this kind of material will be made available. As I already mentioned, we have the Google Classroom as a repository of our course material. Typically, we will start with a quick introduction to the topic or the lecture, and then during ideation exercises we will split into smaller groups. We cannot be 100 people ideating together, so we'll break into smaller groups, and that is where we will do our ideation exercises, and then we will merge back again and share those learnings, what we experienced, what we felt, and all that. So some of you already mentioned Shark Tank India. So we may have some case studies from Shark Tank, not the Indian one, but Shark Tank, the original series. And we will pick them up and we will discuss them in the class. So the timetable says that we meet on Mondays from 1:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. In fact, 2:50 p.m. And on Wednesdays from 8:30 a.m. to 9:50 a.m. I would also want to know what could be alternate timings for our class in an event that I get to miss it or because of some urgent meeting. So I'm not sure if how many of you are aware. I'm also Associate Dean IRD, and there are times when we have to, attend some urgent issues, urgent matters. So in an eventuality when I end up missing some of our class, I would want to arrive at an alternate class time. So while we will do this again, but I just wanted to get a feel of it. I'm launching a short poll over here for identifying what could be an alternate time for the class. And a few of you also reached out to me and told me that 8:30 a.m. is a little early for you and that you would prefer a different class timing. So I'm asking you 2 questions in this poll. Please respond. Are you able to see the poll already? So yeah, this change in timing would only be useful or will be affected after the shopping, ad drop shopping period has ended. We will meet according to the regular timings in this week at least. So if this week is something that bothers you, then you can respond based on your regular schedule. Priyansh, I am already able to see that more than 125 people have responded. Can you just check? You should be able to see the poll. So about 30 students still have to respond. Please respond quickly so that I can then end the poll and we can see the responses. Okay, so I think we have a reasonable sample of responses. More than 90% of you have responded already. I'm ending the poll and sharing the results with you. 10 seconds, 10 more seconds. Okay, so if you want to respond, quickly do that. Okay. So are you able to see the results now? So in terms of the substitute class time, I see a stronger majority for Wednesday, 4 p.m. to 5:20 p.m. I know this is a free slot. This is an institute lecture slot, so it should be free in everyone's timetable. So that is what we can use as the substitute class time. In terms of 8:30 a.m. on Wednesday, we have a stronger majority for Tuesdays, 4:30 to 5:50, by a thin margin, but yeah, a stronger majority for that. So, and a good percentage, more than 20% preferring to keep it at 8:30 a.m. on Wednesday itself. So we will see. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your inputs over here. Substitute class, I think we can fairly keep it on Wednesday at 4 p.m. That clearly is a free slot for everyone, and is a strong majority higher than any other proposals. We can look for, if we want to shift Wednesday class next Monday, because in fact, next Wednesday class will actually be on, next Wednesday is 26th Jan, so it's a holiday. So that will anyways be on a Saturday, 8:30 a.m. on Saturday. But yeah, we can still see how to place that. Okay. So we have a good number of TAs in our course because we have a very strong participation enrollment. So these TAs will also conduct office hours, and I will also conduct office hours. I will try to conduct 2 office hours a week, and one of them will specifically be for research project related discussions. Like if you want to take the tools that we discuss in this course into your research teams, into your research groups, or on your MTech thesis or BTech thesis problem. One of the office hours I will want to focus on that, not on exactly what we are discussing in the class, but just to help you, handhold you in using these tools for your research purposes. Okay, but that second office hours will only be on demand, in the sense that you will have to let me know in advance if you want that office hours in that particular week or not. Okay. I already mentioned about the ideation sessions. Let me just detail a little bit more about their structure. As I mentioned, you will go into breakout rooms in teams of 5, 6, or 7 people, it depends. What you need to do is, immediately as you enter into your breakout rooms, whatever ideation session it is, okay, you have to identify a leader. The leader represents the group and seeks clarification from me or TAs by coming to the main room. Like, we will discuss the method in the common room, in the main room, and then we'll break into our breakout rooms. I do not want all of you to struggle with, okay, what's happening and all that. I want that just one of you, the leader, should come out of the breakout room to the main room, ask a question quickly, and then go back in. Okay, so you have to identify the leader. You have to identify a protagonist. So in many methods that we will explore, like superhero, like role play, and so on, there will be one protagonist, or there could be 2 protagonists. So you have to identify those protagonists, and then a scribe. Okay, the scribe will be a person who will consolidate the ideas that you generate in that particular group and post them in the relevant area in the Google Classroom. So for all the ideation sessions, you will have a small section in the Google Classroom, where you would be asked to, upload your mind maps. Okay, so we will do that. So Shana is asking as to on what basis people in a breakout room will be decided. As of now, I plan to keep that random, but let us see if there are better ideas, we can use them. Okay. So I know all of you are interested in this part, evaluation of the course. So class participation, 10%. What does class participation means? playing all kinds of roles in the ideation session. So it should not be one person is always a scribe, or I have never been a scribe, or I have never been a leader. We have so many ideation sessions that we will do in this course. So, you have to play all kinds of roles to get the hang of it. Participate in classroom discussions. That is something which is important because that enriches the course and that makes the course what it is. We'll also have some review quizzes. Okay, so these review quizzes are not a part of final evaluation. Okay, but when you are attempting those review quizzes and you score more than say 50% or 60%, we can decide that number, that will be counted as class participation. Okay, these review quizzes could be within the session, within the class as we are doing the class, or it could be afterwards towards the evening I can release that quiz. So we will see. Okay, we will see what works. But attempting those review quizzes is a part of measuring your class participation. Joining office hours, participating in the office hours is again participation. And taking the concepts of this course into your research projects, teams, groups, that again is class participation. Okay, so all this combined. So I expect all of you to earn the entire. So this 10% is free. You should get it. All of you should get it. Okay. Then the project that we will do will be 50%, 20% for the first presentation, and 30% for the final presentation or the pitch that you will create for your solution. The project will be a team project. Again, we can, as we have the final number of enrolled students, we can decide how many students per team do we allow. Okay, and then there will be mid-sem and end-sem exams, 20% each. So those of you who joined the course or who thought that this is a light course, no mid-sem, nothing, very small, flimsy end-sem, we have changed the model over here, and that's largely because there's a very strong push, and we do not want to keep too many evaluations. Okay, being an online semester, I understand you're already struggling with lots of things. I have children and I know how they struggle with their online classes also. So as an institute, we're trying to keep the number of total number of evaluations in any course to 5 or less than 5. So that's why I tried to reduce the number of evaluations to 4, 2 presentations, and then a mid-sem and an end-sem. The last one of the course had many more evaluation components, which I believe caused stress and made it difficult for some students. So we will limit the total number of components of evaluation and also the number of evaluations. I hope this will make your life easier. And those of you who come from the DVD experience, we used to have a quiz every week. The benefit of having a weekly quiz was that you would review what was done in the course and in the class, and therefore you would kind of be up to date with the course. It helped you finally prepare for the end sem and mid sem and everything, and do well on the project. All those aspects were taken care of by those weekly quizzes. Over here, we will not have those weekly, there will be no, so we will have these review quizzes. But we will not have them as a part of grade. They're just a big one component of the overall class participation, 10%. Okay, so attempting those weekly these review quizzes would be helpful for you. So I would strongly recommend that you attempt them, but they're not mandatory. You should not see them as a burden. Okay, Lavanya, you have a question?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to ask that the mid-sem exams and the final exams, would they be like case study based? Like you'll give us some questions and you have to answer them, like considering the pattern of the papers. I'm a little confused about how would those be conducted.
Yeah.
Some clarification
So
on that.
yes. So what we will do is, as a part of this course, we will learn some ideation techniques, but we will also learn some methods of systematic innovation. So mid-sem and end-sem exams there will be some I can imagine some small multiple choice or fill in the blank kind of questions on the ideation sessions, ideation techniques, but some case study or something where we would apply our knowledge of structured innovation and evaluate a problem, identify some solutions, something like that.
Okay, sir. Got it. Got it. Thank you so much.
So Parth, Ayush, does this answer your questions also? Okay, great. So going forward, yes, the rules of the online game. The rules are that I would want you to attend the entire class. Okay. Raghav, you have a question?
Sir, yes, I just wanted to add to the previous question only regarding, so for example, you just mentioned DVD. So in the nature of those examinations or the technicalities, the solutions are very technical specific and they're right, and it was a really methodical and very like you have to go through concepts and read, and understanding the concepts and the complexity involved, it takes time. So I just wanted to say how the nature of is this course material is similar, or like there's some kind of different and subjectivity kind of element is there in this course.
There's a world of a difference, Raghav.
Okay.
There's a world of a difference, but yes, some part is very objective, which we would also have like fill in the blanks or choose the correct answer or something like that. The case study that we will do will be subjective, so we will see. I will try to keep it as objective as possible, but creativity and innovation cannot be bound in objectivity. I believe you understand that. So there will be some subjective part also.
But the way we study these subjects will be different, right?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So DVD is a very well-known science. You don't need, there is no uncertainty there. Over here, there's lots of uncertainty that we'll play with. So there will be lots of leverage that you will have. Okay. Yeah. So in terms of the classes, I would want you to attend the entire class. Don't leave in between. The recordings will be available, but it's still, when you are here, not only it's an opportunity to share your experience, but also learn from other people's experience. Ask questions, participate in discussions. It really helps. Okay. Now, being a virtual semester, again, online classes, I would suggest that you sit in a manner and place where you don't get distracted by others. For example, do not face a door, do not face a room where people may be moving around, and so on. Okay. When we go into breakout rooms, please turn on your cameras. It's just 5 or 6 people in a breakout room, so usually it should not lead to a bandwidth crunch. But in a breakout room, it's strongly recommended to turn on your cameras because that increases interaction. As I already mentioned just now, creativity is an uncertain area. So I will be seeding doubts. And, I would encourage you to ask questions, especially when it comes to process. Please ask questions. TRIZ is very, very process oriented. It's important to understand the process correctly. So ask questions, attend office hours, clarify your doubts in any way. There are many, many forums we will open for you to clarify your doubts, but please do that. Okay. So somewhere, if you're asking what is the team size for projects, as I mentioned, we don't know that yet. We will review that and we will see. It could be 5 people, it could be 6 people, but definitely not more than 6. Okay, it could be 4 also. So 4 to 6 is the number, but we will see. It will largely depend on the total enrollment and therefore how many groups we can accommodate and so on. Okay. Does that answer your question, Samiri? Yeah. So with that, I see that we are at the, the bell, 2:50 bell. So let's close this session today over here, and then we'll We'll meet on Wednesday morning, 8:30 a.m. and we'll learn something about TRIZ. Okay. So Vanshika, the breakout rooms will, as of now, I'm thinking of breakout rooms to be random, but the groups, I think you will have an opportunity to, so we will see. If you want to form groups yourself, you can do that, or we can make random groups. I'm not rigid on that. We will see. This is a course that we are co-creating. This is a course that we are developing and working on, creating this course together. So you are as much an owner of this course as I am. Okay. So whatever works for all of us, we will do that. I don't have any rigid ideas around that. Okay. Does that help you, or does it answer your question, Vanshika? Okay, so thank you guys. And again, a very warm welcome to this course. I hope that it meets your expectations and that it adds value to you, your knowledge, your skills, and that whatever we learn from this course, it helps you through your career. So we will meet on Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. and we will learn something more about this method of systematic innovation called TRIZ. Okay. All the best and see you on Wednesday.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,